Who was Christopher Columbus? Christopher Columbus, 1451–1506, was an Italian sailor and explorer born in Genoa, present-day Italy. He dreamed of finding a new sea route to Asia across the Atlantic Ocean instead of traveling through the dangerous land routes controlled by the Ottoman Empire at the time. First voyage, Journey into the Unknown, 1492–1493. 1. Preparing for the voyage, Columbus sought financial support from European monarchs, but was rejected by Portugal, England, and France. Finally, King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella of Spain agreed to fund his expedition. 3 ships were prepared for the journey. Santa Maria, the main ship Niña Pinta, August 3, 1492. Columbus set sail from the port of Palos de la Frontera in Spain. Crossing the Atlantic Ocean. The journey lasted 10 weeks. His crew began complaining about the long voyage and fear of the unknown. On October 10, 1492, Columbus promised his crew that if they did not find land within a few days, they would return to Spain. On October 12, 1492, one of the sailors spotted land. It was the Bahamas, which Columbus mistakenly thought was part of Asia. Meeting the indigenous people, Columbus landed on an island and named it San Salvador. He met the native people and called them Indians because he believed he had reached India. He continued his journey to Cuba and Hispaniola, modern-day Dominican Republic and Haiti. There, he built the first Spanish settlement in America, named La Navidad. Returning to Spain. In January 1493, Columbus returned to Spain, bringing back gold and some indigenous people as gifts for the Spanish monarchs. He was welcomed as a hero in Spain. Second voyage. Colonization begins, 1493–1496. In September 1493, Columbus set sail again, this time with 17 ships and 1,200 men. He established a new settlement in Hispaniola, but found that his first settlement, La Navidad, had been destroyed. He continued exploring islands like Jamaica and Puerto Rico. However, conflicts arose between him and the Spanish settlers due to his harsh leadership, leading to complaints sent to the Spanish crown. Third voyage. The beginning of Columbus's downfall, 1498–1500. In 1498, Columbus sailed to Trinidad and Venezuela, becoming the first European to see South America. He returned to Hispaniola, where he found his settlers in rebellion against him due to his severe rule. The Spanish crown sent an investigator who arrested Columbus and sent him back to Spain in chains. Although he was later pardoned, he lost much of the royal support. Fourth voyage. The final attempt, 1502–1504. In 1502, Columbus made his last voyage, hoping to find a route to Asia. He explored Honduras, Costa Rica, and Panama, but found no new path. He ended up stranded in Jamaica for a year before being rescued. Death and legacy. Columbus returned to Spain in 1504, sick and exhausted, and died in 1506 in Valladolid, still believing he had reached part of Asia. His legacy. His discovery led to the European colonization of the Americas, but he remains a controversial figure due to his harsh treatment of indigenous people. Did Columbus really discover America? Columbus was not the first European to reach America. The Vikings, led by Leif Erikson, arrived around the year 1000 AD. However, Columbus's discovery opened the door for European exploration and colonization of the Americas. Consequences of his discovery. It marked the beginning of European colonization in the Americas. It led to the Columbian Exchange, the transfer of crops, animals, and culture between Europe and the Americas. It paved the way for further explorations, such as Magellan's voyage around the world. Quick facts. He never set foot in North America, only in the Caribbean and parts of Central and South America. Columbus Day is celebrated in the US in October, but remains controversial due to his treatment of native people. He mistakenly called the native people Indians, believing he was in India.